We just got our first look at the first DLC for Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man, coming to PS4 by Insomniac Games. What's going on, guys? Just going with Brandon Gaz today, coming at you some really hyped news regarding Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man on the PS4. We got our first teaser, as you guys can see up on screen, of the first DLC. I know what you guys were thinking, the game's not even out yet. We're getting our first teaser for the first DLC, which we'll get to in a second, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys the little clip. Again, it's a very short teaser, but I wanted to show you guys and talk about it for a second, because there's another part of the DLC kind of thing that I want to talk about that I've been seeing a lot online, and it's honestly something I think that needs to be addressed as far as the DLC goes. First of all, this first DLC is called the Heist. It's coming out in October, 1 month after, well, we don't know the exact date, but it is October, sometime in October. So about a month after the base game is going to be coming out. Again, it's called the Heist, and it features Felicia Hardy, aka Black Cat, huge iconic character in the Spider-Man universe, for those of you guys who may not know. If you don't know, then man, you gotta get with the program, my friends. You gotta get back, you gotta dive deep into the Spider-Man history, if you will. But hey, we all start somewhere. But that said, it's very interesting. Again, it's just a little clip, a little teaser, but it looks really exciting. Black Cat was always a very interesting character to me, so I'm extremely excited to kind of dive into this DLC. After, of course, I finished, the main game, coming in October. We got about a month before this DLC, give or take, like 4 to 6 weeks, roughly. Again, we know it's coming in October, we just don't know the exact date. But the one thing I do want to talk about very briefly is that I've seen a lot of people kind of freaking out that the DLC got revealed so early, and they're kind of freaking out at Insomniac Games, the developer of the Spider-Man title. I've seen it a lot on Twitter, a lot of people freaking out on them, saying like, this cut content, and I've seen actually a few people saying they're not going to buy the game at all because they feel like the DLC is content that's been cut. And I mean, I think that's absolutely ridiculous. Why would you not buy the game? The game looks amazing. So to me, that's absolutely crazy. It's just ridiculous. And there's some people that are actually genuinely upset, thinking that Insomniac Games cut content. And here's the thing. I honestly strongly believe that they did not cut content, and this is just additional content. And the first thing is that Insomniac Games, to me, I think they're one of the developers that are truly genuine. They're truly down to earth. They're huge fans of games. They're huge nerds like the rest of us. You know what I mean? And they truly have a love for this stuff. You know what I mean? That's who they are. They've made amazing games from the start. I go all the way back to the PS1 days with Spyro, and you got all the Ratchet and Clank games and Sunset Overdrive, and they're just an amazing studio. I love them, and they just seem like very genuine, down-to-earth people. But the other thing you got to consider is you don't know how games, most of us don't anyways, don't know how games work behind the scenes, right? You got to think about it like this. I think it was like, about 6 or 8 weeks ago that they went gold, right? That gives them about a month or two before the launch of the game. Now, you can say that, that's enough time to squeeze in more content into the game. Could they have? I don't know, maybe. I have no idea. I'm not a developer. But the point is that it was additional content, because you got that period of time, and you got to think about it like this, right? Some of us buy these games digitally, some of us buy these games physically. So obviously they got to, for the physical games, and they got to press the discs, right? They got to make copies of the discs in mass production. They got to, obviously box it up. They got to, wrap it up and prepare it in shipping boxes to send out to retailers all over the world, right? That takes time, man. It's not something that happens in like 3 days. I'm assuming that's a multi-week process. So you definitely have a timeline where it's like, okay, the game's coming out September 7th, but they have to be done the game, about like, 4, 6, 8 weeks in advance to have everything prepared like that. And then, moving forward up into the launch, they get to focus on polishing the game with, day one updates or things like that, right? So that's kind of the stuff that goes on most likely behind the scenes. And so they start working on DLC with if they have extra time, before the launch of the game, then they start working on DLC if they choose so. They didn't have to do that, right? The game is a full experience. The game is a complete story, right? As is. It's not like they like, oh, let's take this part of the game out and this part of the game and let's sell it for more money. That's not what they did, because the game is a full story experience. It's complete. It's a complete story, right? It's like going to see a movie. You're getting the whole story. right? But then there's a sequel, right? Or there's extra chapters that add on to it, right? For like a cheaper price, right? So that's kind of what this is, right? So they decided, okay, we got a little bit more time on our hands. Let's work on DLC to come out after the game launches, right? And again, there's not enough time to kind of squeeze that into the full game. You know, maybe there's certain little things they could have squeezed in, but like, you know, full on DLC chapters. I honestly don't think, judging by the timeline of when they went gold, and the fact that, you know, there's a lot of marketing stuff behind it. You know, there's a lot of other, you know, like I said, you know, you gotta, you know, produce, you know, physical copies of the game and stuff. You gotta ship it out. Judging from all that, there's just not enough time, you know, in my opinion. Again, I'm not a developer, so obviously I don't know for sure, but you know, that's just how I'm seeing it. And I just honestly don't think that Insomniac Games deserves hate over something so petty, over something so stupid. Like, they didn't have to make this additional DLC. These 3 DLC chapters we're getting in October, November, December. They could have left the game as is. They did not have to make that. You know what I mean? They chose to make it, and of course they're a business. You know, they're gonna sell the DLC. You know, it's people that are working, putting their time into that. You know, they need to make money too in life, right? They have to feed their families, so they're spending their time to work on this DLC. They didn't have to do that, right? And honestly, the DLC's not that expensive, man. You're paying, I think it was like $25 for all 3 chapters. I don't know how long each chapter is, but still, I mean, I'll take anything. As a Spider-Man fan, I think that's amazing, and I just give mad props to Insomniac for even creating some DLC, and especially, you know, so soon after the game launching. Like, they've been working hard, man. Like, just judging from like the interviews I've seen and stuff, you can tell that, you know, the way they express how they've been working on this game, they're genuine, and they're genuine fans. So I don't know, that's just something I wanted to give you guys something to think about. Again, I didn't mean to make this video so insanely long and rant about this for like 5 minutes, but I just thought it was something that kind of, you know, kind of bugged me a little bit when I seen people, you know, kind of giving Insomniac hate for something like that, because I mean, it's really not cut content. If you think about it logically, it's clear that it's additional content that they chose to make for the fans. So whether you want to purchase that additional content or not, that's your choice. Obviously, you know, it's your choice what you do with your money. But as a Spider-Man fan and a fan of Insomniac Games, I am extremely stoked that there's DLC. And I hope that there's more than 3 DLC chapters. I hope they make some more DLC even beyond that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if you guys are excited for Spider-Man on PS4. It comes out this Friday, my friends, September 7th. We're going to be doing a lot of live streams of it. We do live Let's Plays with a lot of story games on the channel. So it's kind of live streams, but they're Let's Plays, so they archive his videos after as well. Kind of long episodes, I guess, if you will. But that's the beauty of it. So if you guys, you know, want to tune into the live streams, make sure you guys do. And if you miss the live streams, then at least they archive as episodes, if you will. So if you want to go back and rewatch those playthroughs, you can do that as well. So it's gonna be a good time, my friends. We're gonna have videos, we're gonna have live streams, we're gonna play through the game, and I'm excited for it. I'm super excited for it. Hopefully you guys are too. That said, if you guys enjoyed the video, smash the like button, subscribe, the comment, share, and a lot of awesome stuff. Catch you guys in the next one, like always. Until then, game on.